What is up, Banana Geeks fans? Zetchi here with a real quick video. Now, I don't usually do these kind of videos where I just talk about things, or that I just talk about like situations, or shall I say like events that I've gone to. This will be a first because I really wanted to talk about it, and I wasn't able to record while I was there due to the rules that they had set in place. So I want to talk about Riverwalk anime. Now, I loved it there. It was amazing. However, there's a few little things that happened that was kind of insane. One of the things that happened, which I really didn't like nor agree with, was so I had VIP pass me and a bunch of people. Everybody apparently with VIP ran straight to Chris Sabat's line. So even with VIP, I waited 3.5 hours just to get his autograph. That's not the complaint. The biggest complaint was during the waiting period. One of the volunteers, now it's not her fault, I don't blame her for nothing. It was one of those things where she didn't really know too much what was going on, kind of just thrown there, but she also messed up a lot of what was going on and caused a lot of the people with VIP passes to wait a lot longer than they needed to or should have. She was bringing people that were just in general, that had just got into the general admission. Sorry if you see my father-in-law in the background. But she was letting people that had just gotten to general admission line skip everybody that has been standing there for hours with us and push them straight to the forward, even in front of VIP people. So that wasn't great. We didn't like that. We had to let her know, like, hey, the general admission line starts right here, and you're pushing all these people that are just barely getting here. They ain't been waiting in line this long. You're pushing them over here and in front of everybody else. You're skipping VIP. You're skipping the general admission people that were here before those general admission people. So overall, that one was not handled correctly, in my opinion. The experience, though, was overall still great. I do have pictures of me with Chris Sabat and stuff like that. I did get the manga Zoro signed, and I got it signature series CGC slabbed. Now, I don't have the card with me, but I will show you the card because I did take a picture of it before I sent it off to WIT CGC because they happened to be there, which was absolutely amazing. I love that CGC was there. Now, onto the grading thing. I am not a big grader. I don't grade my cards. However, before the con, I found out that CGC was going to be there. So I was like, well, let me think about whether or not I wanted to get some of my cards authenticated by JSA and then slabbed with CGC. Well, upon looking up CGC stuff, I found out about this signature series slab. Now, I don't know if anybody has heard about it, but so it's an exclusive slab that you can only get if your autograph that you get is witnessed by signatures by the CGC representative. They don't really record it unless it's unique or something that they have interest in recording. A lot of the times it will just be them standing there just watching the signature. But the guy who was there for the Zoro signature, which was my first manga that I was going to get signature series slabbed, he came by and he started recording my Zoro manga being signed. Had no clue why, had no reason why, but upon research, now this is not confirmed. I want to stress that enough. This is not confirmed. However, if there is a possibility that this could be true, I could, according to the CGC representative, I could be the first ever person to have a manga signature series slabbed, not one but two signature series slabbed with them, because they've only been doing signature series since about April of last year. So it ain't been around for long for cards in the US. At least they were doing it in China and stuff a little bit before, but to test it out. But in the US, they've only been doing it since about April of last year. That I did not know until the CGC representative told me, which was interesting. And then he told me that I may have the very first signature series slabbed manga, both with Nami and Zoro. But Zoro being the first one, he recorded it and they posted it to the CGC Instagram page. I'll leave a link down below, so if you guys wanted to check it out, my card is on the CGC Instagram page, which is super cool in my opinion. And I'm hoping that CGC does a little bit of promotional things with the signature series slab with the Zoro card and the Nami card, it would be absolutely stunning. It would be absolutely amazing. I'm hoping for that. There's fingers are crossed, but there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. But there is a very big possibility that I may have the very first of its kind Signature Series slabbed CGC Zoro manga and Signature Series slabbed CGC Nami manga. So I'm hoping that's going to be absolutely insane for me, and I'm hoping that it would bring more people to the One Piece community, because I am a Pokemon collector and a One Piece collector. I also collect Lorcana, but my biggest thing, and I also collect a little bit of Magic, but my biggest thing with these cards is I love getting signatures. I love meeting voice actors, whether it's from Disney, whether it's from One Piece, whether it's from Dragon Ball, whether it's from whatever anime I've watched. If I get a chance to meet a voice actor, if they have a card, I'm getting his Signature Series. If I can. If I can't, I'll just get it signed. I got a bunch of cards on my shelf that are signed, like Luffy, Chopper. I got Boa manga signed that I still got to get slabbed. So it's like, I plan to get those JSA authenticated. Got a lot of those at NostalgiaCon last year, and then got some of those this year, such as Pete. I got Marty Grabstein's Courage the Cowardly Dog signature this year. I did get Tony Chopper's second signature by the 4Kids voice actress, the OG Tony Chopper, and I still have Brianna Palencia, so that's now double sig. I did get Sean Shamel's signature on my Gohan card finally, so now I'm waiting for Stephanie Natalie. Sorry if I say her name wrong, but the OG kid, Teen Gohan, who voices him in Kai. So I'm waiting, and I'm hoping I can go to NostalgiaCon later this year to get that signature, and that would be awesome. So I wanted to come on here with that one, and overall the experience was amazing. The vendors were great, sold about $700 worth of cards to help pay for more signatures that I wanted, because signatures were a little bit expensive. But I also was getting signatures for other people, so that's a different story. Shout out TCG Battles, Slick Rick over there. I was able to get him some signatures and stuff like that. That's actually on the way back to him. I hope that he shows it off on the camera on mail day, whatever, but that's up to him. I'm just excited that he trusted me being able to get him some signatures. So Riverwalk anime, absolutely amazing. Met a bunch of great people, met all the good people that I wanted to meet, especially since last year I went and I didn't get to meet them, such as Chris Sabat and Sean Shamel. I really wanted to meet them, but then I got to meet Lucy Christian, who also collabed with me for a little bit on Instagram with my post, which was absolutely amazing. So thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Lucy Christian. That was amazing. So much love to you. So much love to everybody who went to Riverwalk Anime. I went with friends, but my friends and I were separated for the longest time, and I met a bunch of amazing people. I expected it to be, last year was pretty smelly because, a lot of people just did not wear deodorant. But this year, it seems like everybody got the memo. Everybody did not know, anybody at least I stood around did not smell bad. So it was overall an amazing experience, and I highly recommend it. I sure as heck will be posting all my cards throughout this video, just to kind of like, whether it's going to be over here, whether it's going to be over there, up, down, whatever. I'm going to post them up throughout the video as I'm talking, just to kind of like give you a glimpse of what I did get signed. Now, I did not get to get pictures with everybody, sadly, but the ones that, in my opinion, that mattered was the ones that was worth it. So I'm happy about that. So I will see you guys in the next one. I am going to be releasing the Sailor Moon video later after this video goes out. So I will be releasing the Sailor Moon booster box video that I bought from Riverwalk Anime. And then I also bought, I traded for some Lumineer Troves from Lorcana. And then I have a collector box from One Piece that I might open. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm thinking, now this isn't official, but I'm thinking about slowing down on, can I get a pull or am I just a fool for a little bit, just to try to get new products in, because some of the cards that I'm opening, nobody really likes to watch those very much. So I am going to try to get different products, such as different One Piece product. I might even dive into Digimon. Definitely going to throw on some MTG a little bit. Gonna be throwing some Pokemon back on there. I'm hoping I can find things for a decent price. So you guys stay with me, and I appreciate all the love that everybody has showed me. I really recommend, if anybody decides to go to Riverwalk Anime next year, highly recommend it. Get VIP. It's way better to get VIP when you get a chance. Just get the VIP pass. That way you ain't got to worry about waiting in those lines, because my brother-in-law had to find out the hard way. He looked so dang depressed waiting in Chris Sabbath's line, but in the end he got his signature and he was super happy. So it was a lot of waiting, but he did it. He did it, and he just like, man, next time I'm getting VIP. I highly recommend anybody get VIP if you do. Sorry that I had to do this video in my car. My wife and the baby are asleep. I didn't want to wake them up, and this was the only place that I had that was some sort of quietness that I can do it. But you guys check out other videos that I have. I will be releasing I'm going to be recording and opening the Lumineer Troves for sure. I got one from dang it, the one with the Donald Duck Pie Slinger one. I have no clue. I don't remember the name of it. And then Ursula's Return, because I am also still always looking for the Super Goof. That's my favorite card out of that set. So far, out of all Lorcana, Super Goof is my favorite, and that's the enchanted card I want. So I hope you guys watch it, and I hope we find it in this one. But other than that, I hope you guys like the video. Y'all have a great one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.